my review of the G1 Climax 28 Day 5 show. Day 3 of Block A matches here, as we have a Chaos Undercard tag match, as Yo and Goto take on Sho and Ishii. That was, not really too crazy. It was just simple stuff with starting off with Goto and Ishii. Both men traded some shoulder blocks to start off, then they tagged out to Sho and Yo. Sho and Yo, they didn't do their amateur wrestling sequence they did previously in the tour, so this was a bit different, as later on, Sho and Ishii do their little combo of the backbreaker into the lariat on Yo, who kicks out. Right afterwards, Ishii goes off the ropes and hits another lariat on Yo, getting the win. Ishii and Sho are a nice little tag team, honestly. They have the cool little combos, and they're actually a team that seemed like they've been teaming for a while, and really they've only teamed for like 3 matches now. So that's cool. Just wanted to, more chaos versus each other tag matches. As we go on to the actual block matches here. We start off with the opener of the block matches. Michael Elgin versus Jay White. Elgin tries to suplex Jay into the crowd. Jay White stops him and does a cellular suplex on the outside. Northern Lights suplex from Elgin gets a 2 count. Jay White reverses a powerbomb with a backdrop, with Jay keeping the pressure, laying on top of Elgin for a pin for a 2 count. Top rope superplex from Elgin into a top rope splash gets a 2 count. Elgin with a roaring forearm to the back and front of Jay White's head into a half and half suplex, which then follows up with a lariat into a tiger bomb, kicks out a 2. Does Jay White, what a combo there. Elgin with a buckle bomb, with Jay White grabbing the referee while getting thrown into the buckle, taking him down. As a low blow from Jay White into a Blade Runner gets the win. Jay White with 6 points, 3-0. I'm pretty sure he's leading the block as of the end of this show. Some big stuff there for Jay White. He's taking on some big guys, some big names in this tournament already. As next match, Minoru Suzuki versus Yoshihashi. Started out on the outside as they once they get into the inside of the ring, Suzuki does the rope-assisted armbar. Yoshihashi catches Suzuki's leg before the PK kick. Suzuki just beats the shit out of Yoshihashi afterwards. Yoshihashi hits a super kick with a quick roll-up, gets a 2 count. God-style pile driver from Suzuki gets the win. No surprise there. Suzuki pretty much the heavy favorite in that match. So he gets his first win, though, of the tournament with 2 points. Afterwards, Suzuki clobbers the young boy with a forearm that floors the poor man to the ground. As next match, we have Evil versus Togi Makabe. Evil does his chair attack on Togi Makabe. They go up into the crowd of Cork and all, way up there in the crowd, where they have to change like the fucking lighting, where they light up the area and stuff. Evil goes for a big lariat from one side to another, but Makabe blocks it as he hits a lariat of his own. They go back into the ring. Darkness falls from Evil, gets a 2 count. Both men hit lariats. Makabe gets the best of them, though, runs off the ropes and gets destroyed by a lariat, though, from Evil. STO from Evil gets them the win. Evil with 4 points. Right now, 2 out of 3 on predictions. I'm looking pretty good. As the co-main event, we got Bad Luck Fale versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Tanahashi starts the match, which is very surprising. Usually, on the Fale Tanahashi matches, you'll see Fale kind of just beat the shit out of Tanahashi early on in the match, and then Tanahashi has to make the big comeback to get the win. But this bit different, and I think that's why I like this match more than maybe past Fale Tanahashi matches. It was a different feel to it. As they go to the outside, Tonga Loa starts attacking Tanahashi while Fale distracts Red Shoes with trying to bring a chair into the ring. Tanahashi fights for a cloverleaf. He finally gets it as he locks in for a couple of seconds as Fale finally shoves him off out of the ring too. That was a sweet little spot. The crowd was into it. Just something so simple as just trying to get a big man into a submission, and they milked it for at least a couple of minutes. And great stuff there. As something so simple, they get the Cork and Call crowd going. As Tanahashi goes for a sunset flip, Fale just drops down onto Tanahashi's chest. Tanahashi kicks out. Fale does a big splash. Tanahashi also kicks out at 2. Tanahashi counters the Bad Luck Fall into a Hurricane Rana. Fale hits a corner splash into the grenade. Tanahashi kicks out at 2. Fale goes for the bad luck fall again. This time Tanahashi counters with a neckbreaker. Cool little spot there. Just Tanahashi, he's pretty limbo for a 41-year-old man. He can do cool shit like that. A high fly flow from Tanahashi. Tonga Loa pulls Red Shoes out of the ring during the count. That was actually a great spot from where the camera perspective was, where you couldn't actually see Red Shoes at all. So once you just stop here in the count, what the hell happened? Until you see Tonga Loa get into the ring and start beating the shit out of Tanahashi. As Fale accidentally hits Tonga Loa with a lariat. Tanahashi hits a sling blade on Fale right after Tama Tonga comes in like a house of fire and hits a gun stun. I don't even think Tanahashi saw it coming. He kind of took it a bit shitty. But I don't blame him. He came in like a blur. Tama Tonga as Red Shoes gets up and he flips off the BC firing squad and throws the match out and disqualifies them. Holy shit. That was so awesome. The crowd popped for it huge. Red Shoes is the fucking man. And that's a big complaint that a lot of people I've been seeing as far as the integrity of the refs of New Japan and kind of a thing where they are a bit lenient. As, for me, I think it's okay that they do it because a lot of times they want to make sure there's actually a finish. Because if they were a bit strict on matches, how many fucking matches have you just seen throughout this tournament where it'd be well, if this was WWE, that match would get thrown out and it'd be a DQ. Every time Evil would do his chair, they'd hit the chair into the other chair and the chair goes flying off the guy's neck. That'd be a DQ. How many times would you see that and be that's a DQ? I like the lenience of the refs, even though there's sometimes it destroys credibility. Here, we see the credibility of the refs going forward, going into it, because Red Shoes, of course, the senior ref, he's the head of the law, and has a lot more credibility than a lot of the undercard refs, and a lot of the other refs, like Marty Asami and stuff like that, so he has, way more credibility than the rest of them. It shows here, doing something like that, and popping the crowd. That was awesome. Fighting Squad beat the shit out of Tanahashi some more, though. But Tanahashi with 4 points there. As we have a main event, Hangman Page versus Kazuchika Okada. Hangman Page does one of the shittiest Tope Gungiros I've ever seen in my life. That was the fucking worst. Please never do that again. Thank you, Hangman Page. Holy shit, that was bad. Standing shooting star press from Page gets a 2 count. Hangman Page hits the slingshot lariat on the outside, using the barricade to slingshot over to Okada. Hangman tries for a roll through rite of passage. Both men fight for positioning on the tombstone. Hangman gets the better of it and hits it. Okada kicks at it. Hangman hits a top rope neck breaker. Hangman follows up with a moonsault to the outside. Slingshot lariat from Hangman Page. Okada counters into a tombstone. Okada hits his drop kick, goes for the Rainmaker. Hangman counters into a super kick. Hangman slingshots into a lariat. Gets countered by Okada. Okada goes for the Rainmaker. Hangman counters that into a powerbomb. Okada gets a 2 sweet little spot there. Nice sequence there. Okada drops out of the rite of passage into a discus lariat. That's always cool. I love a discus lariat. Nobody really does it anymore. That's kind of a thing that, Harper does it. In the WWE, but really, that's about it. There's a couple of guys do it every now and again, but that's like a spot. Nobody does it. As much as I'd like to, because that little lariat is, pretty awesome. I do love me a discus lariat. Okada hits the Rainmaker and he picks up the win, giving Okada his first win of the tournament with 2 points there. Everybody from Block A now has points, but Yoshihashi, who's starting off 0-3, really knows he'll probably get 1 win this whole tournament. As, I'll say this, 3 out of 5 on the predictions of the night. This was a bit of a drop as far as quality compared to the previous 4 nights. That is to be expected with this Block A. There's times where they're going to have a great big-time main event, or maybe even a big co-main main. But as far as, an overall show, and there's the main events, when Tanahashi, Suzuki, and Okada are going to have some lesser par main events down the line, you'll be seeing stuff where it'll be that was a bit of a drop compared to Block B. Especially, Block B tomorrow, Day 6, we got some big-time matches with Juice and Naito, Goto and Ishii, Kenny Omega and Tama Tonga. That match is going to be pretty big for the Crocodile. Crowd's probably going to be all over that. It's just kind of stuff like that comparing the two. You'll start to see the Block B cards down the line are not going to be a weak card for the Block B, but Block A is going to have some weaker cards. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow for some Block B action with Day 6. I hope to catch you all there. Take care, everyone.